Welcome to this explainer. Okay, picture this. You've got a massive pile of raw building materials, wood, nails, bricks, the whole shebang, but absolutely zero tools to actually put them together. Well, that's exactly what programming in Python is like without operators. Today, we're diving into the Builder's Toolkit, Python Operators. These are the essential dynamic tools that take your passive data and transform it into active, calculating, decision-making programs. Basically, if you want your code to actually do something, you absolutely need these tools. Okay, let's look at the roadmap for this toolkit. First, we're going to meet our tools, then get our hands dirty doing the math before moving to the really fun part, making smart decisions. After that, we'll quickly check out the advanced tools, build a literal mini calculator, and then wrap it all up by learning how to avoid some common beginner mistakes. Let's jump in. Section 1, meet your toolkit. Because, before we start building anything, we need to understand exactly what we're working with here. So what exactly is an operator? Simply put, it's a special symbol that performs operations on your variables and values. Think about the good old plus sign. When Python sees that little cross, it knows exactly what to do. It's literally the trigger that makes things happen. Now, Python breaks its tools down into 7 distinct categories. We've got arithmetic, assignment, comparison, logical, identity, membership, and Bitwise. Don't panic, you don't need to memorize this whole list right now. We're just going to pull them out of the box one by one. Moving right along to Section 2, doing the math. These are the trusty hand tools of our kit, the everyday math and assignment operators you're going to use all the time. You're probably already super familiar with the basics, right? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, but Python has a couple of quirks you need to watch out for. Standard division, that single forward slash, always gives you a decimal, or a float as we call it. Then there's modulus, the percent sign. Think of it as a remainder machine. It only gives you what's left over after a division. Oh, and that double asterisk, that's your exponent operator for calculating powers. Now here's a fun one, floor division, using the double forward slash. You might be wondering, wait, where did the decimal go? Well, that's the whole point. This tool intentionally chops off the decimal part of your division result, leaving you with a clean, whole integer. It is absolutely perfect for when you only care about whole numbers and just want to throw the rest away. Alongside our math tools, we have assignment operators. The basic equal sign just assigns a value, like setting x to 10. But check out these awesome assignment shortcuts. Tools like plus equals let you add and assign at the exact same time. So instead of typing out x equals x plus 5, you just slap down x plus equals 5. Boom. It saves time and just keeps your code looking so much cleaner. All right, Section 3, making smart decisions. I want to slow down just a bit here because this is the exact moment your code actually learns to think and make choices based on the data you feed it. It's pretty cool. To make decisions, Python has to weigh things against each other using comparison operators. Are these two things exactly equal? Are they not equal? Is one greater than or less than the other? Whatever you're asking, the answer is always going to be a strict, undeniable, black and white Boolean value, true or false. Let's bring this abstract concept down to earth with some real-life logic. Imagine you're writing software to check if someone's age is greater than or equal to 18, and checking if their ID status is exactly true. This is exactly how age verification works in the real world. It beautifully combines those comparison tools we just talked about with our next set of tools, logical operators. So, the crucial thing to remember about logical operators is how strict they are. The AND operator, super strict. It only returns true if both conditions are met. But the OR operator is a lot more flexible. It'll give you a true if at least one condition is met. Oh, and I can't forget the NOT operator. It's beautifully simple. It just flips the result. If it was true, NOT instantly makes it false. All right, Section 4, the advanced tools. As you level up as a Python builder, you're going to need some specialized power tools for handling memory and binary tasks. Now, pay close attention to the difference here. Identity operators, using the words is or is not, check if two variables are pointing to the exact same physical object in the computer's memory. It's about identical existence. Membership operators, on the other hand, using in or not in, are just checking if a value exists somewhere inside a sequence. Like, is the letter A inside this word? They sound kind of similar, but they do completely different jobs under the hood. And finally, for the advanced stuff, we have bitwise operators, the ampersand, the vertical bar, the caret. These guys interact directly with binary numbers, the raw ones and zeros. Honestly, as a beginner, you aren't going to use these every day, but consider this planting a seed for your future advanced programming journey. It's just good to know they're hanging out at the bottom of the toolbox. Okay, moving on to section 5, building a calculator. Let's actually put these tools to work and see how this builds into a real, hands-on mini project. Building a basic calculator perfectly shows off the real-world magic of these operators. And it's really just 3 simple steps. Step 1, take some input from the user, say a couple of numbers. Step 2, apply the operator. This is the heavy lifting, where we hit those numbers with an addition or multiplication symbol. Step 3, return that output to the screen. And just like that, you've built a totally functional program. Almost done, but before we wrap up, section 6, avoiding beginner mistakes. Because, look, every good builder needs to know the safety rules so they don't accidentally smash their thumb with the digital hammer. Okay, here is the #1 trap for beginners. In an if statement, using a single equal sign is absolutely wrong. Remember, the single equal is the assignment operator. It tells x to literally become 10. But if you want to check a condition, you absolutely have to use the comparison operator, which is the double equal sign. I can't even tell you how many bugs this one single mistake causes. Here's another classic blunder, mixing up your divisions. Regular division, the single slash, always gives you a decimal float. Floor division, the double slash, chops that decimal right off. If you mix these two up, your program might just crash because it's suddenly trying to process a fraction when it was desperately expecting a clean whole number. And the final mistake? Totally forgetting about operator precedence. Think about this. 5 plus 2 times 3. The answer is not 21. Just like you learned in elementary school math, multiplication takes priority over addition. Python follows those exact same standard mathematical rules, so the multiplication happens first, giving us the correct answer of 11. Don't let the code fool you. Wow, we have covered a ton of ground today. We've seen the absolute immense power of operators, from basic math all the way up to strict logical decision-making. These little symbols are literally the engine driving your code. So I want you to think about this. Now that you have the toolkit, what real-world problem will your code solve next? Because very soon, we're going to take these tools and use them to power complex conditional statements. Thanks for hanging out with me on this explainer, and definitely keep experimenting with those new tools.